Hello, welcome to everyone in this video. This is our lecture number 42. Already 41 lectures covered to solve the problem asked in this book, that is Electricity and Magnetism by Vasudev Ghosh book. Right. This is the part 23 of this book, and the rest of the lectures actually consist the solution for the problem of DJ Griffith electrodynamics. Right. So if you want to go to this description box, links given in there. In this video we want to start the chapter 8, that is actually consist magnetism, magnetostatic actually consists in this chapter. For question number 1 to 10 we want to discuss in this video. Okay, so let's start with question number 1, which says that is two particle having equal charge are equal and kinetic energy also equal enter normally into a uniform magnetic field. Compare the radii of their path. So you need to find out their ratio of the radii of their path. Okay, assume the mass of one particle is twice the mass of another particle. So mass of one particle is nothing but the mass of double twice, that is double of mass of another particle. This is condition given. So you need to find out the ratio of their radii. So when the charged particle enter normally within the uniform magnetic field, you know they follow a circular path, and the force acted towards the center, and this force is nothing but q v cross b, and vb sine theta, and sine 90 is 1, so the force will be q vb, that is the Lorentz force, right? And this force gives you the centripetal force for the circular motion, so this force must be equal to the centripetal force, that is mv square by r. So this equating these two forces, that is the Lorentz force is equals to the centripetal force. From here you will be get this expression, that is r equals to mv by qb. But you did not any information about velocity. You have information about mass, you have information about charge, and magnetic field is uniform, that's okay, but no information about velocity. So you need to replace this velocity in terms of your given data, that is the kinetic energy. That's why we retain the kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. From where we will get the expression for v, and put this v is here. So using this expression v in here, you will be get this expression. So just taking m into under the root m square, so this becomes root under 2 m ek by qb. So this is the equation by which we can get all the data. So if you ratio r1 into r2 for the two particle, so this is m1 by m2, ek1 by ek2, q2 by q1, this is inverse, and b2 by b1. So these are cancel out, these two are equal, charge are equal, this is also cancel out, and these two also cancel out. Only this is dependence, m2 gives you as a 2 m1, you will be get this 3 answer. Okay, I think clear. If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. Next question says a particle of charge q enter with a trajectory with a velocity v in a region uniform magnetic field b pointing into the page. So the magnetic field pointing into the page, that means into the page, actually we denoted by b, into the page, and dot, that is from the page or outward, from the page you can say, from the page. Okay, so as so in this figure like that, the field which extend over a distance this, so the in this region the field is actually exist before that, and after that there is no field. So here is actually field is exist in this region. The field which extend over a distance a deflect the particle at a distance d. Since when this particle enter through this, and this magnetic field is perpendicular, so perpendicular both the magnetic field and this field, there exists a force, right? And this force we already discussed, this is the qvb, and this supply your mv square by r. So you, from here you will be get this momentum, right? So in terms of this you need to find out the momentum, so here you will be get this momentum expression. Now you can see there is the term r which are not given, so we need to find out r. So from figure you can see this curvature like that, this is a circular path, so there will must be a center, this is the center of the circular path. So from the trigonometric diagram you can see here this distance given d. So this is total r, so this distance will be r minus d, and this is r, this is a. So the Pythagoras theorem, you can see r minus d whole square plus a square equals to r square. So just squaring, and you can see the value of r equal to like that. So you put this value r, you will be get the expression of momentum, right? So with this angle theta, you can see this is the value, and if you want to find out the direction is like that, where this angle is theta, and the tan theta can be written as, here you can see the tan theta will be height by base. So height is a, and base is r minus d. Put the value of r and just calculate, you will be get this expression. I think clear. If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. Go to the next question. 2a, which says find the magnetic field at a distance 1 centimeter from a long straight wire carrying a current 3 ampere. So this is a current carrying throughout this magnetic throughout this wire. You need to find out the magnetic field at the distance r. So from the ampere circular, you can see that is the total path integral, closed path integral of this closed loop of magnet path integral of the magnetic field is nothing but mu 0 I enclosed, the enclosed current throughout this loop. Actually this is ampere's loop, ampere's loop, this is actually ampere's loop. So just put this value, you can see that is 2 pi r. So from here we will get this expression, that is the mu 0 I by 2 pi r. Putting this value, you will be get this answer. Clear? Taking this mu 0 by 4 pi such that we can evaluate this, you know, this mu 0 by 4 pi having the constant value, that is 10 to the power minus 7, having this value, that is Tesla, like that. I did not remember like that. So magnitude will be like that. Okay. So put this value, and this current is I, and the distance is 1 centimeter taken into meter. So you will be get this Tesla or 1060 micro Tesla. Next question. A current element IDL is directed along z direction and is located at the origin. So at this origin, this is current element IDL along the z direction. What is the x component of the magnetic field at point xyz? So at any point, that is xyz, you need to find out the magnetic field. So you know magnetic field from the Biot-Savart law. This is from Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. From the Biot-Savart law, you can see the magnetic field due to the small element of the current element, small current element, that is mu 0 by I by 4 pi I dl cross r. This is the r vector by rq, right? So put this value, dl is along the k direction and r is I cap x plus j cap y plus k cap z rq. Okay, so k cross I is j cap, and k cross j is minus I cap, and k cross k is 0. So this will be the expression, but you need to find out the x component. So the I component, so I component is nothing but I cap mu 0 I by 4 pi dl rq into y. Okay, so put this value of r is nothing but root under x square plus y square plus z square. So this will be the answer. I think clear. Go to the next question, and this will be the y component. Next question. Two long straight parallel wire placed at a distance d apart carrying equal current I in opposite direction. So in this I direction is up and direction is down, opposite direction. Find the magnetic field B in the region between the wire at a distance x from one wire. So you need to find out magnetic field like here, which is distance x from the one wire. Okay. So from the question number 1, we just question number 2, we just find out this expression, that is the magnetic field at a distance r will be like that, mu 0 I by 2 pi r. So we can say that is mu 0 I by 2 pi r, or we can say in mu 0 by 4 pi 2 I by r at a distance r. Lucky. So you can see here, when this take a current along that direction, what is the we get this value of magnetic field. What is the direction? The direction can be find out like that. Just take a your hand, right hand, and the thumb along this current direction, and the rest four fingers actually just a curl. Just taking a curling, that is the round of this wire, the direction of the thumb along this current direction, and the rest of the four finger around this wire, you can get the direction of the magnetic field, just like that. This will be the magnetic field along like that. Okay, so here the magnetic field inward, that's why taken as a cross notation our, and this is outward, that's why dot. In the similar person, if you take this direction, current direction along that, so your thumb will be downward and you will be get this this is upward magnetic field, and this is the downward. This is upward and this will be the downward. So you can see at that point for that wire 1 the magnetic field downward, for the wire 2 also magnetic field downward. So these two are added, that's why we add these two things. For x direction this is 2I by x, and for the rest direction will be d minus x. So this is d minus x. Just calculate, you will be get this answer. And these two are downward, so right in this downward, right? Next question. A square loop of wire of HA lying in the z equals to 0 plane carries a current I. So this is a square loop at z equals to 0 plane carries a current I in the anticlockwise direction. Find out the magnetic field at the center of the top. You can see here, if you take this direction at this point, magnetic field is upward. For that direction, magnetic field upward. For that direction, just the same rule, just taking your hand, right hand, and the thumb will be along the current direction, and the rest four on the curl of rotating of this, where you will be get the direction of magnetic field. So for both the magnetic field will be upward, so the total magnetic field will be added up, and this direction will be z cap. So we need to find out for a single wire. So for a single wire, you can see this from the here, that is total is 4 part is 360. So for a single part this is 4, that is 90, and this 90 is divided into 2 part, 45 degree and 45 degree. Okay, and this is the general formula for a conducting for a current carrying wire at a point p at distance r with angle theta 1 and theta 2. Then this is the general expression. This actually obtained from Biot-Savart law. We will be discussing theoretical part. So from the Biot-Savart law, you will be get this expression. Now you just put this value, this theta 1 and theta 2 both are the 45 degree. You will be get this expression. So this is for magnetic field at a distance for this one wire. For the 4 wire, just multiply 4. You will be get this answer. Clear? Very simple. Next question. So that the magnetic moment associated with the orbital motion of an electron in the fast Bohr orbit of a hydrogen atom is the magnitude like that. So we need to prove that the magnetic moment associated with the orbital motion of the electron will be like that. Okay, so you know when the electron move, that's mean current in opposite direction, and the current will be the charge per time dq dt. Charge is q e in charge of electron, and t means time period, that is total time period to revolve this path. And velocity will be nothing but 2 pi r by t. So from where will we get the value of t like that. And you know from Bohr's postulate, that is mvr equals to nh by 2 pi. So the magnetic moment, which is ia, I is ev by 2 pi r, and area is this pi r square, this is r. So this is vr, and from here you will be get this vr equals to nothing but nh by 2 pi m. So put this value, you will be get this expression. For the first Bohr orbit, this n equals to 1, so you'll be get this expression, that is matches. Okay, so from here you can see this m actually depend on n, and which is quantized 1 2 3 4. So the magnetic moment also quantized, right? This is an important question for the future aspect. Go to the next question. A long straight metallic ribbon of with b, this is a ribbon of with b, carrying a steady current I, total current is I, so that the magnetic field in the plane of the ribbon at a distance a, this will be written x, but this was be a, from the near edge given by this. So this is the distance a from the near edge. We need to find out the magnetic field here. So total current is I. So the current for dx will be like that, I by b for unit width. So for dx the current will be I by b into dx. So from the Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field will be mu 0 by 4 pi, and this will be 2I by, this is like a conducting wire, and you know for conducting wire we already find out this expression, that is the like that. Okay, so using this expression we just write down mu 0 by I 2, this is the current and this is the distance. Okay, So the total magnetic field will be integrated, and this x varies from a, and total is a by b. So this is the x, so minimum value is a and maximum is a plus b, and just integrating you will be get this answer. Clear? Next question. A wire carrying current I bent into a form of regular hexagon of side A. So regular hexagon, the side A, so that the magnetic field at the center of the hexagon is given by like that. So the this can be total is 360, and there is 6 sides. So for each side the angle will be 360 by 6, that is 60 degree, and for this is 30, this is 30. Okay, so that just use this previous formula like that. Here the distance is like that, this distance can be find out, this is a by 2 and this distance is r, so tan theta equals to tan 30 equals to a by 2 by r. From here you will be get this value of r. So put this value of r, and there is 6, and you can see here in the similar fashion for the each the magnetic field is the outward in this direction if you take the current and this direction. So the for the each component they will be in the into the towards the sorry, out of the page. So you can see into the page, out of the page, out of the page, this is out of the page. So this will be the 6 into this value, and taking this theta 1 theta 2 both are 30 degree. Put this value, sin 30 is half and half, that is 2, and the r equals to like that. Putting this value you will be get this answer, and you know that is this value is 10 to the power minus 7. I think clear. Next question. A particle of charge q projected with a velocity v along x direction. So the particle along the x direction in the region of space magnetic field, this is a magnetic field. So find out the force. So you know the force equal to q v cross b, that is Lorentz force. B is v I cap along the x direction, and b is the j cap k cap. You know I cross j is k cap, and I cross k equals to minus I cross j is k cap, and I cross k equal to minus j cap. So this is the answer. Next question. Consider a circular coil of radius a carrying current I. Find the axial distance from the center of the coil at which the magnetic field fall to its half its maximum value. So you need to find out the distance at which the magnetic field will be the half of to its maximum value. So you need to find out the general expression for the magnetic field at a distance x. So this is the coil from which the current is carrying, and this is the distance at which we want to find out the magnetic field due to this current loop. So if you take a small portion of this loop dl, for that region at this portion the magnetic field will be along that direction. Just considering this cross product, that is I cross dl, this will be the perpendicular, dv direction will be like that, and this is component dv cos theta, dv sin theta. Okay, for the similar fashion for this portion will be like that, the dv direction will be like that, db. So for that also dv sin theta and dv cos dv cos theta and dv sin theta. So dv cos theta component are cancelled out, only dv sin theta are exist. So what is the value of dv? That is mu 0 I by I dl. This portion will be I dl a square plus d square, because this is a square plus d square whole square equals to like that. Okay, so sin theta value is nothing but perpendicular by hypotenuse, perpendicular by hypotenuse. Here all is the constant, only dl is variable, and the integration of dl is nothing but the periphery 2 pi a. Just putting this integration dl 2 pi a and rearranging, you will be get this expression. Okay, now what is the maximum value? The maximum value will be when x equals to 0. When x equal to 0 you will be get the maximum value, because this is square. When take this is 0, this will gives you maximum value, and this maximum value is this, and which is at the center. At the center you will be get the maximum magnetic field. Now the question is, at which distance, at which x, somewhere x, the half of the maximum value. So this is the maximum value, half of this maximum value at distance x. We take this distance x, any x on capital X is something here. You can write to distinguish, you can take this is x1, no problem. So at x1 suppose the value will be the half of this maximum value. So this is x1, just write x7, no problem. Just write down the x1, the x1 value will be like that. Okay, this calculation you can do, no problem. Next question. This is 0.766a. Next question. Suppose two semicircle where of radii r1 and r2 are joined to form a complete loop and a current I passes through this like that. So there is a two semicircle loop like that. So current will be follows like that. So you can see for this for a loop you can see the maximum magnetic field at the center mu 0 I by 2a, mu 0 I by 2a. For the same half part you will be get the mu 0 I by 2 r1 for this and to 1. And for this current direction you can see here for this current direction the same approach you will be get this will be the outward, this is dot means outward, out of the page. And for this direction this is the into of this page. Okay, so for r1 this is the outward and this is the inward, so this will be the minus. And you can see this r1 is less than to r2, so this b1 will be greater than to b2, so this will be b1 minus b2 and the b1 is minus, that's why resultant will be outward, just minus these things. I think clear. And for this portion there will be no magnetic field along the axis, so for this portion there is no magnetic field, only dash two portion, and this is the opposite direction, that's why the total magnetic field in the minus, and b1 is the effective greater than to b2, that's why this is b1 minus b2. This is actually the value of this magnetic field at the center. I think clear. If there is any doubt, any problem, you must comment in the comment box, or you can any you have, if there is any suggestion for me you can also comment in the comment box. So that's it for today. This is all about me, this is my contact details. You can join with my telegram channel, you will be get the uh, different link, pdf, etc, etc. And this is my youtube channel details, go to this channel, you will be get these different videos regarding physics and mathematics. Like this session if you benefit from this video, and share this video to your friends so that he or she also get benefit from this video. Subscribe this channel if you new in this channel, those already subscribed, thanks for subscription, and press the bell icon to get the notification of upcoming video. So take care, we will meet in the next video as soon as possible. Thank you.